Hey sports bettors, thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use the positive expected value tools, the data-driven tools at OddsJam. And today's video, we're all about DraftKings Sportsbooks and kind of introducing you, if you're just getting started, a beginner at DraftKings, all the features, the things you may not have noticed if you went to the site and just got started. So I'm really going to walk you through the step-by-step process of once you get enrolled, once you get funded, how to place bets, things like that. So this video is all about the beginner and all about the person that's getting started with DraftKings. All right, guys, a couple little quick value add reminders before we get into today's video. I want to remind you to stop by and get signed up for OddsJam. Use BoydBets as a promo code. It's going to save you 25% off your first month. And all new users, which you got to have the tools in order to identify and find those positive EV bets. Also, really cool thing just got started. Have a link below for the scorecard app. The scorecard is going to help beginner and struggling sports bettors identify where they're at in the process of understanding everything, whether it's markets, terminology, bankroll management, things like that. So I have a link down below. Hit that scorecard app. It's going to give you an immediate response and email report according to your data, your answers to this quiz. Pretty cool stuff. So make sure you get that taken care of for yourself. And as always, remind you, I do one-on-one consultation. That's what I do. So if you want to go to bet school and get elevated and educated quickly and get into the HOV lane of profits very, very quickly in sports betting, we provide all the tools, the roadmap, everything you need on an individual basis. So happy to help you there. So let's get into today's video. All right, let's get after DraftKings Sportsbook. And so the first thing you want to do in the review here is just going to cover the user interface. The user interface is just the ability for you to navigate and have the ease of use with the website. And especially as a beginner, you want to know there's very clear, intuitive buttons and search functionality. So again, if you're going to sign up, you'll head here to this button, click on that, and it's going to open up a screen to enroll. Now, this is a very simple process where you're going to submit your email, username, password, and really just go ahead and create an account. You're going to see the states here that there's availability or not availability, so certainly you want to double check to make sure you're in a location that DraftKings Sportsbook is available. And as far as availability, they're going to check the geo-tracking on this. So just know that when you go to enroll and get started on the website and also on the mobile app is a very, very easy to navigate item as well. They're going to track the geo information, so to make sure you're in an area that is regulated and able to function for you at the site. So make sure that certainly you're aware of that. You'll download that. You don't have to do much of anything on your phone other than they're going to check that for you. But as far as the loading speed of all these things, whether it's the laptop version or the mobile phone, very, very fast. I think they're definitely ahead of the curve. They have very quick load times and also the facial recognition, so you can access the site, and whether it's the online app, the phone app, very, very quickly. So it's very fast and it avoids a lot of frustration. So again, the design's clean and visually appealing, and it does make for a really easy way to find important information, as we'll dig into a little bit later on in the games and show you how to place a bet. So after you get logged in, set up an account, we're going to talk about the content and the resources. And so certainly as a dedicated user, you have different sections that are there for the frequently asked questions, and certainly they do a good job of this. And I want to point out the content and the resources are all scattered top to bottom, left to right. And so you're going to see a bet log for your bets. You have in-game betting, the different promos, different instructions, which is really good as far as resources and features on how to bet here at the website. And of course, a lot of other things you can get involved with, whether it's a casino, the horses, and their shop, things like that. But on the left-hand side, you're going to see all the sports, whether you're looking for NFL, Major League Baseball, WNBA, whatever the case, all of your sports are down here on the left-hand side. So it's a really, really vast setup of what your choices and options are. As you can see here, all the games currently in the NFL. And again, easy to navigate, easy to see, lots of good resources as far as what they offer. And you can come down here to the very bottom and even get some different guides and show you, if you want to learn specifically how to bet on football, how to bet on basketball. They do have these for their specific website, which again, great resources and great availability. Now I'm going to show you some things that are maybe a little bit hidden, not really hidden, but maybe something you didn't know about. There are some stats here, some different prop bets, different things like that you can take advantage of, alternate markets, alternate totals, halftime bets, alternate spreads, quarters, lots of choices, and it's really, jam-packed in here, but it's not that hard to find if you kind of know what you're looking for. When you do open up one of these bets, you're going to get into all the other bet types that are available. So when you click into that particular game or a particular game, just as you're seeing here, you're going to be able to see all the different prop bets, all the different same game parlays, different stats if you want to look up different stats for the particular game. Now, I will tell you, typically when they're providing you information, you want to use this with a grain of salt. I mean, if they're trying to, get you to go in a particular direction based on their data, that's what they're here to do. They're here to make money. So we need to make your own decisions. And again, using some of the tools like the betting tools as far as pricing outliers with OddsJam is really going to give you better data, better information than some of this information that I don't really believe is really relevant because everything's already baked into the price, right? Everything's already baked in, but they do offer some nice, easy, clicks and links to get into some information if you're looking for alternative markets and things like that. I touched on it before, but certainly the sign up and the onboard processing is really simple, really easy to do, and you're going to be able to navigate and identify different promos you're going to have as a new customer. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. So when you do click on the deposit button, there are plenty of choices, plenty of easy access to deposit funds and also to get your payouts immediately and very, very quickly. I can tell you that the deposit and the withdrawals are very, very fast. The process is smooth and easy and doesn't take long at all. But you are going to want to take a look at some of the bonuses and rewards programs, especially as a new user, as you're getting signed up. You're going to have a lot to choose from. And that's under that promos tab. You're going to see the very top middle of this page. You want to use this to your advantage because there's a lot of different values that you can get through the trials and the discounts and all the availabilities to the new users once you get up and running. All right, guys, so now we're going to get into the functionality and the features. And so we're going to go through and kind of review the main features that DraftKings Sportsbook offers and what makes this site stand out from its competitors. And so certainly, you can personalize and do a lot of different things in your experience, but this platform offers a lot of information, a lot of things. So I'm going to start with the basics, the simple parts. This is the NFL again on the left-hand side of different sports. And again, we're going to scroll down and just pull a random game here. Let's say you want to take this Saints-Cowboys game. Okay, initially what you can do is if you want to do a mainline bet, which is point spread, total, which is over under, and money line. And let's say you just want to put minus 6.5 with the Cowboys. What this means is the Cowboys have to win by 7 points or more in order for you to win this point spread bet. The odds are minus 110. So if you were to risk $100, you can see here the math would provide a payout of $190. So you'd profit $90.90 because of the minus 110 odds, and you simply log in to place that bet. Let's say you change your mind. You're like, you know what? I don't want to bet on the Cowboys. Let's take that off. And you can actually move over here to the over. Let's say you want to bet on the over of the Raiders Ravens game. Again, minus 108 odds. What this means is if you bet $100, you would get back 92.59. So that's the payout there on minus 108 odds. So again, you can log that bet in and place that, and it's going to keep track of all your bets in your bet log. So your bet slips and your bet trackers. So that's all good to hear. This is something I want to talk about is player prop bets. You have all your rushing props, your passing props, touchdown scores, your single game parlays, all those types of player props are here. One thing that some people don't really mess around with a lot is the alternative spreads, the alternative lines. This is a really cool thing. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because you're going to find that there's some value, some really good value, especially around key numbers in the NFL. So for example, we have the alternative spreads. So if you wanted to take the Dolphins -2 at minus 116, you could. And let's say you think, you know what, let's take this to 4. Well, now we can get the Dolphins -4 at plus 129 odds. So you can play with the number. You can play with the odds. This helps keep you out of bad position with the key numbers. So if you're on 3 or you're on 4, you can see how the odds change and the numbers change relative to the pricing change. So DraftKings does an awesome job of allowing you alternative totals and alternative spreads, halftime lines, quarter lines, things like that. So this is a really cool feature to use in that you could take that Dallas Cowboys line down from the 6.5 down to 6. That way, if that lands on a key number of 6 at the end, it's a push versus a loss by that half point of that hook. So, certainly the odds at minus 121 are a little different than the minus 6.5 or at 6.5 minus 110. But that's something to keep in mind as you have value. If you missed value, you might want to let the bet go. But in this case, DraftKings does a great job of giving you alternative numbers to play with versus the simple basic take it or leave it, which a lot of sports books do. You have these alternative lines throughout all the different games, and it's really a cool feature that you can use and function with very smoothly. All right, next up, we talk about customer support. And so certainly they have a ton of action, ton of things here for you to get at the Help Center. The Help Center is going to, be an easy access place for you to learn about deposits, withdrawals, any of the rewards, anything you have questions about. You can actually get in touch with account rep or a managing account rep here to talk about anything you need to discuss in all the different entities here. It's at the very, very bottom of this page. Very, very bottom is a link. You can hit this and go to it. And again, very simple, very easy to navigate, and nothing difficult about it. So really, really good customer service, which has been very, very fast, very, very quick in response times as far as emails, whether it's questions about the site or certainly with payments or withdrawals. Next up, something real simple, real easy, and that's security and privacy. This has really been a part of the site that they're going to promote and help out and cover all the different information. You read the table of contents here, and there are security and privacy policies. If anything, I've had it be, not a problem whatsoever. The facial recognition for the logins is really super nice, but you can tell there's a lot of different methods and outlets here for information relative to terms of use and things like that. So if you have any questions, you certainly can always go to these spots on the site and look anything up. But you really should not and will not have any issues, but certainly if you have any questions, you can always go to these locations to get the content that you're looking for these types of topics. But again, it's never been an issue for me. I can't imagine it would be an issue for you, but it is provided here on how you get a hold of different support at DraftKings. Next up, we're going to talk about reviews, feedback, things like that. You can actually join their social activity. There's different social sites that you can go into and discuss different topics, different sports, different games. Everything you want to is in this. And I think it's a really good situation because it keeps them accountable. And, they have different feedback and reviews or Google reviews or Reddit or Trustpilot, things like that. And so in general, all the ratings and feedback of this site's been very, very good. I think a lot of the frustrations when people lose their bets, they get angry at the site because obviously it made them lose their bet. But overall, I think from the feedback and the insights that you get from different reviews is all very, very positive. So here we go, kind of talking about the speed of the updates, the new features. And really, as we pointed out earlier, they have a ton of options, ton of choices, alternative lines, player prop bets, things like that, always providing the news, different information and things like this. And again, so you can see there's many, many markets, many, many opportunities. And so as far as effectively communicating, all the different choices and options is really not something they do. It's kind of up to you to navigate and to look through all these links, all these different options and choices. So there's definitely a huge amount of features to get into and to use. And so you can, take time out of your day to just go through all these different props, all the different alternative markets, all the different mainline markets of all the different sports and everything here. So there's definitely a ton to do and a ton to have as they provide features all the time. All right, guys, there you go. There's DraftKings Sportsbook, and hopefully that's a very good tutorial and a great place to start to get a lot of information as you get involved with sports betting, which, again, as a reminder, make sure you take that scorecard app I mentioned earlier. It's going to give you a nice report and help you identify where you are in the whole process of education and understanding how you can use positive expected value betting to profit. Again, it's what I do on a one-on-one basis in coaching. So, again, the links are down below if you want to get that started. Appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you like and join the channel. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Let's go make some mathematical money. Leave them down below. Let's go make some mathematical money.